Good morning, YouTube. Hey, how you doing, Mike? Yes, I know I'm a little early, but bro, I'm kind of roasted. I'm kind of burnt out. Trying to stay dedicated, but this driving, this midnight driving, it is it's hard. It's hard on the soul, but I'm trying to get into Atlanta and through Atlanta before the rush hour starts. So that's what I'm doing. Um, Trying to get the in, because yeah, I'm gonna be a little out of it. So that's why I said let me start a little early. I'm gonna probably end early. I got an hour and 22 minutes before I get to the shipper, and and be honest with you, we got one of those days you got nothing, so we're gonna try to work with it, work through it, figure it out, and go from there. One of the things that has died out on the channel and is starting to resurface again is I've been doing shorts and adding music to it, and trucks pass. It's just my little niche. Trucks pass. I got different types of rhythm and blues. I went back old school, uh, did some straight up blues, and I was kind of reminded of a story. My father, years back, he had started a limousine service. Before that, he was a mechanic in New York, Long Island, New York, and he came down here and bought a limousine and got into with the crowd of driving people around in limousines. He had a Lincoln Continental, the old school square type limousine, and it just breaks my heart because people, they they don't think about anyone's legacy. Even though I've had problems with my father, I knew he had certain things, and he had a photo book of a lot of the people that he had, driven around. And one of them, was the group Salt and Pepper. And I don't know if you know anything about blues. He actually drove Stevie Ray Vaughan. That's one of I got hip to Stevie Ray Vaughan through that. And the guys won he was a phenomenal guitar player, and and like a whole bunch of other folks. And it just breaks my heart that when my mother passed, the house was just full of crackheads, and my sister turned the house into a trap house. Only God knows what happened to all of his belongings, all of her belongings. No one had any rights to them. My father had a picture of him parachuting because he was a paratrooper. I was the only one that followed behind him and went into the military. Out of 9 kids, I was the only one, and I should have gotten that picture. I told my sister I wanted it. Look at your copy. No, I want the original. And but the house has been foreclosed on, sold, and who knows what happened to all that crap. It just breaks my heart because all of these people kissed his behind when he was alive, but had did not have any of their best interests in, didn't have anybody's best interests in mind. So if you got family members or whatever, you might want to talk about your last will and testament, um, you know, your last wishes, and might want to start setting it up now because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's transpiring, and you can lose. You could lose it. We've got a lot of people that are working hard in these YouTube streets, homesteaders. They're buying parts of land, and as soon as you pass away, your kids selling it. They selling it so they can have the G wagon that they can't afford. They're selling it so they can have more clothes and Gucci this and Gucci that, not knowing that people with real money don't wear all that crap. They don't wear that stuff. And they're very conscious about what they got, but we don't do that. We worry more about the situation. We're more about the processed food, and like you said, you grow a lot of stuff, and hopefully I can start doing something soon because I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired of this process. I never thought I'd say that, but I'm getting tired of it. And I'm getting tired. I just realized I need to get a new pair of sneakers. I got a brand new pair of boots. I'm getting some insoles. I'm gonna buy some today and change up. My feet are killing, and I know, and it just didn't dawn on me till now. I feel it. My feet are killing, and I'm really not happy. I'm not a happy camper at the moment. But we just need to look at it, and my numbers are starting to grow again. My hours have stayed. Not, I haven't moved up or moved down. So right now I'm at the pinnacle part of this wonderful thing that we all have to go through with YouTube. God, but and I could have. I kind of like this version of it where it's lengthwise, and you could converse with people and speak with folks, and we've got folks that come in and thank you for even being in the bushes. You know what I mean? Um, I'll just be honest. I'm tired. I want to do. I got like half a truckload of dirt I need to get out of the back of the truck, out of my pickup truck when I get home today. I'm gonna get that out of there. I'm gonna just be tossing it on the area where I had all that mulch and stuff like that. I'm just tossing in the area. Um, I might put the John Deere on the trailer today and take it over to the dealer because lawnmower season is here. The growing season is here, and it's time. I was just putting it off. It's time to put it in the shop. I'm hoping I still have a warranty on it. That's the first thing I'm gonna ask them. I'm hoping I still have a warranty on it, and see if I can get them to fix it. It's one of the switches. I think it's either the kill switch. I got like two different kill switches or the starter. And I didn't want to just start throwing stuff at it because this mower cost me a heck of a lot of money, and it's not one of those. It's not one of the salvage mowers that I bought. You know what I mean? This one, I want to keep it pristine and not screw it. And so that's what I'm going to be doing with that. The let's go. What else I'm going to say? But other than that, I guess Charles gonna be going back to work next week, so we'll probably see him back on the road next week. I'm gonna be just looking around today. I just might just spend the day just sitting in the driveway, just relaxing, and maybe pull everything out of the garage and clean it up and straighten it back out, and then put it back, and you just do some simple stuff today and not go overboard. See, because I've been going overboard, and I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I might, who knows? I just might go jump into bed and get me some more sleep. Just get me a little bit more sleep. But those are the things that I'm just thinking about this morning. Um, those are the things that I'm just thinking about. Getting myself prepared for. Um, oh, I made an appointment with the doctor. I'm gonna get my eyes checked. Gonna take care of that Friday, which I got a million pairs of glasses, but my eyes are changing so much, and you got to have clarity of eyeballs, in my profession, to be able to see stuff and so forth and so on. So like right now, I gotta wake up because everybody else is waking up. Everybody else is heading to work and so forth and so on. And the high price of everything is coming out as usual. Don't do it. Look, you see this person, they're about to jump in front of me. They don't know how to handle their daggone car. They don't know that it sets my brake off. I can't be close to anybody. The alarm will go on. It's this newfangled machinery, newfangled machinery that we have, and it's okay. But my views are slowly growing. Like my shorts, I'm averaging around 500 per short that I'm doing with the right music. So I'm going to keep on going with that. I'm gonna record some trucks passing me a little bit later on today. And we're just trying, again, we're trying to grow the channel, we're trying to figure out what works, what doesn't. And that's just the end result of just doing this and trying to figure it out. The the positions that we all are in. See, because a lot of times I don't like to talk about religion and politics, but it is part of life. But sometimes when we follow religion, we're not really following God. and we're not really following. We're actually following a pastor, because the pastor says this, and the pastor says that, and a lot of these women nowadays are married. They're married to the church and to their pastor. Well, the pastor says this, the pastor says that. Well, I don't care what the pastor say, because the pastor is just as human as I am. I'm sorry, and you got folks with this fancy schmancy stuff, and my thing is, I just taking it back to the basics. I've gotten used and abused by, not used and abused by churches, that don't give a flip about you. They don't care about you. They just want your money. They want your blind faith, and they, not realizing that it says study. The Bible says study to show thyself approved. It said, look, read it, trust me. And then I noticed that there's actually more to it. There's actually an older version in this King James mess. There's an older version, Ethiopian version, that I'm going to check out. And I proved that there's another thing that folks don't even realize, and people get ostracized. I remember, who was that guy that he did the show Wild 'N Out, where he just told it like it was, that the Israelites were black, and he got canceled. They canceled the show and all this other stuff. And I'm just looking out on TikTok. They were showing that Vladimir Putin and the Russians are showing all of this stuff from, way back when, because right before right before communism came in, they had all of the original, paintings and original drawings and original this, and all of the Israelites were in. They were black, African, of African descent. It wasn't the white Saxon Jesus and everything else. And if Russians doing that, whoa! I mean, really? They even have the they're actually, when Jim Crow and all that stuff, a lot of African Americans actually migrated to the Soviet Union, and they have a lot of African, of African descent, African Americans that were in Africa. They actually migrated to Russia, and are freaking Russian right now. Ain't that crazy? But see, we be trying to rewrite history. We trying to and they left because of the persecution that they were receiving in the United States. We kind of rewrite a whole lot of stuff. Like, they're finding out now that in Japan, in feudal Japan, that they were African. The Africans had migrated there, and this is stuff that we don't realize, that we are as a people, and nothing against white, my white population. I love y'all too, but see, history is trying to be silenced, and we're not understanding that. But back to what I was saying, and I've just come back to a basic understanding of God, and I'm not trying to be preachy. I'm not trying to tell y'all what to do and say whatever. But I've learned that when you say a prayer, it's like a computer. It's like a computer-generated request. God puts it in the queue Y'all hear me? God puts it in the queue and sets it up to be you know pushed out or set it up to be initiated or set it up to be done in His time. A lot of the stuff that I've yelled and screamed and cried about my whole freaking life. Why me? Why did I got to go through this? And then later on, I realized that I wasn't ready yet. I wasn't ready for what God had in store for me. I wasn't ready to be blessed. I wasn't ready to stay humble. I wasn't ready, you know, to really take in the life that He had set for me. Even in my discussions and all that, you think can't stop walking, but love mowing and cruising. The cruising part of my life journey has been unbelievable. You cannot you cannot imagine how much fun that cruising has been for me. You can't imagine how much fun that when you're with someone that doesn't annoy you to no end, and that you just have fun, walking around, seeing the sights, and sitting on the balcony, hearing the wind blow, and saying, "Wow, we're on the open seas in the middle of freaking nowhere." You know what I mean? Those things I never knew were possible until I said that prayer. I said that prayer. And actually, I called out to God and said, "God, look, I just want to live. I just want to do stuff. I just want to. I'm tired. I'm tired of just being left behind." A lot of us, we hold on to anger and blame everybody else for our situations. We blame everybody else for our trouble and not look inward and say, "Look, the main factor in all of this is me." And sometimes, you got to understand, okay, how can I fix this? How can I, does it need to be miraculous, or does it need to, give myself a chance? I think it's Marlena. I believe she said sometimes you got to learn. Sometimes you got to learn how to forgive yourself. We're always looking for everybody else to forgive us for doing all kind of stuff. Even like everybody, like y'all be saying, all men cheat, and we just do. It's not that all men cheat, but just women are smarter about it. Only way you gonna find out a woman cheating on you is by mistake. If they slipped up somewhere. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But sometimes the reality is that I don't want to cheat. I don't want to be difficult. I don't want to have start drama. I don't want to be afraid. I don't want to be aggravated. I don't want to fight. I just want to live. I just want to live my life. And sometimes you have to ask for divine intervention because you can't figure it out for yourself. And that's what happened to me. I couldn't figure it. I couldn't figure it out. Everything I did was the wrong answer. Everything I tried was the wrong, it came the wrong outcome. And that's what I tell people that don't believe in God, man. God, man, please. He's a he's subtle about how he does it. He's very subtle in my sight, in my eyes. He's very subtle about how he wants to get his point across. Boy, this alarm getting on my nerves, but everybody's waking up, and we just got to make it through. We got to make it through the crash bang up. No, the sad part, like about um, doing lives every Monday through Friday is a lot of the ideas I come from is when I get aggravated, and I'm just not aggravated today. I'm in a mellow mood. I'm just mellow, and but I'm still appreciative of my life and everything like that. And I thank God for His grace and His mercy that He's brought me this far. Um, I don't. I really ain't got no plans for today. That's a but other than I think I'm gonna just I think I'm gonna yeah I'm gonna take that lawnmower in because I need to get my lawnmower fixed. You know, trying to keep an eye on my money for the next couple of months, but I don't want my mower to be sitting for more than a month and not starting up. But then we're gonna have even more problems. You know what I mean? But other than that, um, no, yeah, buddy. I think that's it for today, man. Because I'm kind of dying, and I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down because all you're gonna hear is for the next 20 or 30 minutes while I sit in traffic, and I'm not gonna subjugate you or anyone to that, and I'm just gonna shut it down, and we're gonna work on better. Uh, I'll work on a better conversation for tomorrow and for next week. And oh, it's so funny. Before I go, I was just gonna say, I, I got proved. I got shown wrong. Fifi, she got a load of mulch delivered to her house. I said, "Oh, you being like me? You got mulch?" She's like, send me a link. Say, hold on." He's like, "Hold up, player. Hold up, dog. You act like you the originator of getting mulch delivered to your house." And, and she said in the video, she said she does it every few months. And I felt like a fool. I was like, well, I apologize if you Fifi. You the OG of getting mulch delivered to your house. That's one thing I'll probably do because I have some termite
After 1.5 miles, keep right to take
chemicals.
the
I think
exit.
I'm just gonna spray around the house because all of that wood mulch, the wood chips, it attracts the termites. They come break it down, eat it, and all that stuff. So that, and just keep an eye on that, and do a little bit of spraying of that, and figure that out. You know what I mean? But other than that, Mike, I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. I just thank you for coming in. Thanks for hanging in there. Thank you for being a great moderator. Um,
After 3/4 of a mile, take right
People
to
gonna
take
be wondering
exit
where did he
185
go?
and turn north Interstate
That's it.
285 by 285 by.
This is it. Takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot to keep it engaged. But right now, I, you know, I Let's start again tomorrow. See if we can figure it out. So, as always, if you don't think nobody loves you, know that I love you and God loves you too. Y'all have a blessed morning, and I will see y'all tomorrow.
Now keep right to take the exit.